Welcome back with me Axel, okay, and this is the gameplay for Hawk, and we are going to get again on the stage 11 until 20. So for today I'm going to get all of those stages with all of these setups. So let's get started. First of all, this Nicola right here is at level 24, and that's quite enough for getting the rest of the stages. And alright, so that's how I grind is actually I did like a lot of multiplayer to get the bro points to get all of these level up. And of course I'm collecting the cards for now, and this laser bite at level 55. So that's if you wonder why I got like high setup for these early games, and that's from the bro points. So I did like getting the help from the friends, and this all that I'm ready for now. Alright, here we go. So soloing the stage, and even you can do it like with lower laser bite like level 20, so that's more than enough. And alright, here goes. That's the story. Alright, Lily, here goes. You are the driver, you are the pilot of laser bite. 2 lasers, level 55. Will I be able to defeat this solo with just level 55 laser bite? It's not S class, or well, actually that's a high level laser bite, a very high level. And if you want to compare with this, all the Brobots that you can clean up the screen with this honeybee, that is like doing waves a lot of times, and when you have like massive amounts of enemies incoming, enemies like lots of times, lots of waves, and then you can get this with just honeybee. And the reason that I pair with Nicola is one of the strongest robot that you can have for now, at least on this version 1.6, and I heard that the next version it's going to get nerfed. So remember that it's going to get nerfed on the next version. So all the Brobots right here, it's not really the Brobot that is going to get strongest all the time, but at least I can give you the insight on how I clear the stage. Alright, so honeybee, the weakness is against the boss, and Nicola weakness is against a massive amount of crowds. So winning on this, I mean the massive amount of crowds on the large amount of numbers and incoming, they keep coming back, and that's why you should use like honeybee, and you can do it like wisely to decide which one to go first. And alright, the next one, we can do this with all of this setup. So I'm not going to level up another way for this. Wow, alright, we think we can hold them off. Variant Mountains, so the first time for everything. Shut up and start being useful. Valkyria, that's the pilot for the other Katyusha. And here goes. Alright, lasers, you're doing great. And this honeybee right here, so I would recommend you guys to get like level 20 or level 15. But for the early stage, I guess it's more than enough. What if you don't have any like this honeybee right here? And it's not a big problem, actually you can do it with the other robots like Musketeer. And of course honeybee will make your life easier on the normal stage. Let's go with this, all the bombs. Alright, we got it. I wish that I have the 4th ability and I'm used to it. Honeybee weakness on this version, that it doesn't clear any of the projectiles, as I have demonstrated on the previous video, and you can have a look at that, the high level of honeybee. So when you wonder probably high level will clear up the projectiles, no, it's not going to. And here goes the Nicola ability. So for this earlier stage, Nicola is super good, and I say it's very good, that it can help to clear up the boss. So when we see later, let's go and meet the boss, right, like this. So we have honeybee helping us out for the mini planes that is hardly to get destroyed by the lasers. And best moment, I got the rewards of this chest, so I got the extra cards. How about this? Stage 13. And we are going through all of these stages. It's going to be a long way for today. but definitely not the hardest as I got this setup. Almost pity the Troxy. So my suggestions is you get like strong partners from the Facebook or from the other community. Probably you have like friends that has been played like long time. Well, if you want to solo, that's going to be fine as well. Probably you want to test your skills or killing the enemy, hone your skill or something like that, and that is no problem. But for me personally, I sometimes like to mixing them up. Probably going to do multiplayer or probably going to solo, depends on the stage. And the benefit of soloing this in all stages, the early stages like easy mode, you can get like the storyline done. So when you want to read all the stories, you have to choose the easiest mode, and that's going to be soloed. So when you do multiplayer, it's not going to happen. The story is not there, and probably developers should fix this in the upcoming update or something like that. But it's not really a big deal. I can do a recording for now. Right, here goes the overdrive. I love getting the extra overdrive after killing several enemies. And overdrive is very costly for the early gameplay, and I think that you should save it, except if you got like the drops from the enemies that you can spend it. You cannot stack it after finish the stage. And here goes all the boxes. Honeybee is ready, and the recharging time for this pair of Brobots, I guess it's very fast enough. At least for this early stage, we have less enemies than the upper, like above 100 or 120, something like that. And there we go, cleaning up the boxes again. Alright, no more bosses for this stage, and usually the boss is on like 24 or 124, something like that, and 127, 27, 37, more or less the last digit of 7 or 4. Next, let's go with this. Alright, that's the boss that I was talking about, 14. So what kind of boss will I face on this stage? Let's go and find out. The story, let's go and begin. Be careful, the skybreakers are approaching us. Anyone notice them? Tornado. My goodness. So we are going to face the tornado again. And I think that tornado is going to challenge. Well, there is like some of blizzards, no blizzards, but actually tornadoes on the higher stage, and that's going to blind you up, and you cannot see, almost cannot see everything, hardly ever see any bullets, especially the tiny bullets. So here goes the tornado that makes your life harder. But let's go with this. We got all the robots used, and that's still the early gameplay for this stage. I'm not sure how to face this stage, but actually I got the extra overdrive. That's where it will come in handy. So don't waste overdrives. That's what I have told you about. So overdrives is really treasure. It's a treasure for you, and you cannot really spend them all. Well, I think that you can buy another overdrives, but you cannot really win without it, or without 3 of your overdrives. That is the default number for your overdrives. And here goes. Yes, that's a blast from Nicola, and boom, there you go, windbreakers. So that's that boss doing. Alright, shooting tornadoes, summon tornadoes. Wow, that's a strong plane. Anyway, we won on this stage, and that's great. So what are we going to talk about apart from this Probot setup and override? So when you want to upgrade, you have to carefully choose the plane, like I've said before on the earlier videos that I've repeat, getting the new missions and stuffs. Alright, if the stage is too difficult for you, invite your friend and build it together. Yes, we have to do multiplayer to save our credits sometimes. Alright, who is that? House Sinistra, must be a gold mine, and Fardia's noble's house. Alright, we got it. Horror story about the house. Interesting. 125. Easy mode. Great. Alright, it's not 125. Actually, it's 25. I got it like, well, it's like a long stage. Been there before. And here we go. As you can see that rockets aims at those lines. And you can see them coming. Credits. Except for the fast tiny rockets. And you probably need like this honeybee. That's why I would recommend you to have this kind of robot against the normal missions. But if you want to save the credits, the Brobots that I'm going to recommend you guys probably would be Nicola and Legatus. For the early missions, you can have Nicola and then Menace. That's going to save tons of budgets. And choose at least 2 planes to help you around. So besides this plane laser bite, I'm going to choose probably the other planes that I have. I'm going to have a look at it later. Let's go with this. Honeybee. Alright. And winning on this stage? Not yet. We have incoming rockets. Boxes. Alright, boxes again. Please give me something out of the rewards. I need more of the rewards, please. Grant me something out of this. Right, avoiding that. Rockets, rockets, and rockets again. Right, we have that. So it's quite fun. And what do you think about this kind of Brobots combo for the earlier missions? And people would like to have like 1 reloading speed or speedboat instead of having this kind of combo. Probably they haven't known yet about the other combo that has no speedboats. And speedboat actually is one of the robot kinds that adds you like the speed to recharge the robot ability. And here goes the next stage. 16. And I want so much to have all those credits, the bonus and everything. Actually, I can do like another multiplayer to help me out. So when you got invited for the other stage, you got like extra bro points. And you can use it to buy credits, the other crystals, cards, and other useful stuffs. And look at that. Honeybee power. Just great enough to get rid of those red rockets. But actually Honeybee is not really the best robot around, but you can count on it. Shield on. So we are talking about this shield. It's 1 hit KO shield. So it's like 1 hit and then your shield gone. And you need like, well, to be very careful with this. The shield purpose is not for the lower bullets like the mini bullets, or probably that does like lower damage to your health, but it's very useful for something like this. When you got hit by the red defenses like that, red blades or red rockets, that's going to hurt you very badly and going to 1 hit KO you. So that's where the shield comes in handy. Like this. I'm going to blast you with Nicola. 3.1 overdrive. I got 1 extra overdrive. Very much useful for this. Going to protect the Great Axe. What happened to your plane? Why there are like green smokes? Alright, good luck. Great Axe. Great Axe. Great Axe. I have you at level 1. Or haven't unlocked you yet. I didn't remember exactly. And here goes. Cards and bells. And next is 17. We are going to face another boss. And which boss is this? Going to find out about this. Alright. Nicola and Honeybee. Which one to use first? We don't have to use anything for the first time. And just to fit all of the lasers. And if you have multiplayer section, well, that's going to be very easy, at least with your partners. And here goes. This is just still an easy mission. and try to partner up with strong partners. That's what I will recommend you guys, to have strong allies. Alright, there we go. Cleaning up. Wow, that's bones over there. A huge pile of bones. And there we go. Helicopters. And killing up these planes. Alright, now let's get this helicopter moving around and get this honeybee. Great. Honeybee is going to help for this. Red Queen, are you the one our cowards fear? Oh my goodness, Red Queen. That is going to be immune to my lasers. Alright, not now. This is the easier fashion for Red Queen. So just shoot lasers, I mean the rockets. Alright, that's the lasers on the last part before she died. Better than your other riffraff. And there we go, Red Queen. One of my favorite plane. At least the cool looking plane. With cool perks. And now best moment. Have this done. Alright, what are the rewards? Overdrive and then the other plane cards. Nice rewards. Well, every rewards for the beginners are always nice. Don't forget to upgrade your Brobots and plane. Next is this stage 18. What will it be? Guess who's back in action? Alright, we have almost won. I think I've heard this before. It's time for its real. And get ready. I've almost made it to stage 20. And what will happen and what is waiting after this? Right, defeat those tanks. Alright, we got it. Tanks are really dangerous. Shoots like that. Except if you can like predict where the bullets will spray or spread on the screens. Alright, there we go. Boxes. And we got this cannon. I'm saving up robots. Bones. So that means this stage is so dangerous that got bones, pile of bones all over the place. Where are the habitats? Alright, is that ice? Prehistoric mammoth? Alright, frozen in the ice. Warning. Alright, this is not good. Oh my goodness. From the right side. So you have to be very careful, and it's going to be like, oh my goodness, another round. Don't get killed by a sudden planes. Plane going to appear everywhere on the screen, and don't well, just be careful with that. Stay at the middle, and that's the safest position around. Alright, we got this. Next is this plane. Another planes and blast. Yes, that's a Nikola power. And what do you think about my performance with this laser bite and the other setup like this? I think I'm going with the other Brobot probably when I have enough of the cards. Bullets shoots over the screen. Boxes. Alright, that's great. Victory is mine. After we got to clean up several objects, and I think this is going to be fun. Well, I've forgotten how it was at the earlier level, and I think I did great on this one as I have more experience after defeating the last boss. 130 on this version 1.6. Using the overdrive may save the day. Yes, it may save your day. Depends if the overdrive is strong enough. Get ready. Tanks again. So we are going to face a lot of tanks. Is that like the Red Queen subordinates or something like that? Right, shooting is done. So it's just a slow pace of rockets. And then next we got this. The Zeppelin or air balloons or something like that. Yes, blast. That killing you around. And alright, we got the other bullets. Right, it's incoming bullets. And still doing great up until this. We are going to see the real after this. That's the Red Queen. I hope that the Red Queen is not going to be that hard. Great. Honeybee going to clean up the entire screen. Alright, right defenses. We don't see much of the defenses, and I wonder where are those planes, tanks getting placed somewhere, or probably they are withdrawing. Right, boxes. The most lovely thing about this game is that killing those boxes that I got a reward. That's the nicest thing that I have. Except for having all of these rockets. I don't like rockets like that, because it's non-killable with just normal bullets. You have to prepare Brobots, and when you don't have any ready, that's going to cost you another way to dodge, or otherwise your life and game over. And here goes. Alright, just got it. That's the function for the shield, especially like this. Alright, I just got it again. Why not keeping the plane at 100%? So it's up to you. There won't be like any bonuses, I guess, for maximum plane health, except if you have like the perk from the Sparrow. And alright, we got this. Or moving around. Alright, another invading enemy destroyed. Will this stop the autocrat? He's just wasting his people's life. Wasting. Yes, a lot of guarding armies. And victory. We have seen several characters, and I think there are lots of planes, and just getting described well on this storyline. Next is to face the real boss. Now we got this awesome armor, and how about getting them up or just destroy this? I think we don't need any of the armor. I have high level laser bite and high level Nicola, and as well Honeybee. Why not getting them into action? And let me show you this. Probably will be some kind of difference between lower and the high level of the planes. So when you do no good for this kind of plane, you can have like another party multiplayer. So 2 players are better than 1, especially when you have like high level partners, like I have mentioned before. So the pattern of these lasers, just got it. Honeybee doesn't clear the boss as well. Wow, a lot of health decrease. I have to dodge this well. I'm used to like getting hit and get the 4th ability activated, but that's a long way for you. This of B class laser bite. So when you want to get like the 4th perk or 4th ability activated, you need to upgrade it until SS class, or I mean the S class. SS class will just keep you going on, like higher stats, increase in the perks and other strength. And here goes. That's the function for Honeybee. At least it's not going to kill the boss instantly, but kill the rockets. This is better. Alright, you're flying home, I will hunt you down. Not gonna be afraid of you, Red Queen. I have beaten you thousands of times. Yes, this is great. And so I have accomplished this. Accomplished another reward. Yes, that's all for today. And unlock Defender. Wow, that is a cool poster right there. Unlock Defender. Wow, this is just so great. And let's get back to this. Alright, so anyway, this is all my setup for today. Let's get the reward and the gameplay up until this point. So what do you think about the boss or any other level of difficulties? Probably I could make another video for this kind of stage. Well, anyway, this is all my setup for today, and thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave thumbs up as always, and goodbye. These kinds of missions, and here we go. Get ready. And I have Musketeer. That's going to be a little bit help. And here goes. Going to clean up everything on the screen. We got this. Alright, Musketeer comes right away after this, and of course that's all the rockets. Clean up the entire screen. So for me, Musketeer is a must-have for the beginners.